How do we get beyond merely managing and surviving material conditions?
Please state that more clearly.
How do we elevate ourselves beyond simply management of the material?
Don't make them a barrier. Don't make yourself more or less the barrier. You're asking about survival mode. It's a figure of speech. There's no such thing. You do what you have to do. You're already, as a living being, always in survival mode. You're always trying to survive. Always trying, and spontaneously, overcoming obstacles. Always adjusting that. It's constant. And then you have thinking on top of that, and materializing relative to the self's value of what's going on. But none of that's real, but that's added. These are created, self-created dynamics that can either exacerbate your suffering and keep you in more anxiety and concern, or if you're talking about enlightened views, that could be part of the remedy, solution. So regardless of what happens, you're okay, you know what to do. But you're here to die, so you got to get over that. You're going to be dead, completely dead, right? And forced to move on to another domain, which you don't know anything about yet, except you know you enter dream world states, where that seems to be, let's say, a little evidence that there's more than just a physical dimension of consciousness. Clearly, understandably, absolutely. The physical is just a reference for what else there is, because you're in the multi-dimensional consciousness as an aware being, but it's not your focus. Your focus is to be self-aware, other-aware, and business-aware for the most part. That's what you're calling your survival mode, right? But that's being taken care of. Some of that is taken care of by your instincts, by your genealogy, right? Your genes, and your good karma, your family karma. Well, that's handed down. So that's like unconscious survival programming. So you're going to make it. You're going to be okay. Things will get rough, but you'll know how to compensate it because you have no choice. It's going to be what you have to do in that moment. It's always what you have to do in that moment. But eventually you're going to die, so you have to get ready to resign to that. It's already happening. The death process is in motion already. All of us are getting ready to be taken out. We're being prepped for it. Still, some of us are just clinging to life and trying to make it easier or better. And nothing gets easier or better. There's a little bit more comfort here and there along the way, but your inner state is what it's all about. It's not about your physical and material state. That's always changing. That could be appearing better, but then the inner state, it could be, you could be in darkness with a good material world, as many people are. They have it all together, but they're suffering. They're still afraid. Fear overwhelms them. They're afraid of dying. They're afraid of losing this, that, whatever. So the material sense of loss is there. And that is the source of suffering, self-created suffering.